No, I want it to be like, we need you to be wearing Ralph Lauren baby blue polos, and
your polo jockey actually increases in size as you go higher up the grades. So by the time you're 8th grade, you're it's just this giant thing that gets ironed on.
Yeah, the giant rider is a very unbecoming of contemporary Ralph Lauren, but the classic I still highly
endorse. Yeah, the classic, yeah, but it's kind of like on the flip side. Imagine if you had like the tiger or original penguin or Lacoste's gator is just like this giant thing. It would become like an Ed Hardy shirt. It's just so bombastic.
Oh, Ed Hardy, man. It's funny. I see people wearing those shirts like unironically, and it's sort of.
I kind of wonder where you buy those nowadays.
I mean, it's so silly. Why did he do it? Absolute madman. Meanwhile, like the normal, understated, just a little classy.
Yeah,
it's a little rider,
a little something there,
or this. And the funny thing to me is that
nothing bigger than that.
That's pretty big.
It is big, but I mean, there's some that are just like
I don't know, to go from
maybe that is the biggest one
to oh god, what's happening? or how about this? At least
that's
at least that's not even trying to be. Anyway, I'm just saying. The funny thing to me is that it's not as though Ralph Lauren is super high end. You know, it's like it's expensive. That's probably $100 polo. But like Burberry,
it's approachable for people.
Burberry is like $500 for their polo. You know, so it's like, is it really you need to wear a giant logo for Ralph Lauren?
Does Burberry have a logo, or is it just that?
Yeah, it's a knight.
Okay.
It's actually kind of cool. All right. Hold on.
I just always associate them with that.
Welcome to Fashion Doom.
Was it tweed?
Yeah, the pattern. Not tweed.
The pattern. Yeah, the pattern.
Oh, what did I spell it wrong? Polio. I spelled it polio.
Where's my polio shirt?
Oh, they're doing this? No, this is the one I know. Let's see if you can... Stay tuned for Fashion Doom. You can kind of make it out. It's like a knight on a horse, I believe.
He's a horse. Okay. Yeah. I yeah.
Oh, buy it on. Yeah, good luck. Have fun buying a Burberry polo on Amazon. Good luck. It'll show up from China and it'll be like the size of a Ken doll shirt. So, anyhow, moving on from you can buy it on Etsy. It's funny.
Yeah, there's a reason why things are bought on Etsy.
I hear people say Burberry or Burberry. I'm not entirely clear on which it actually is. Burberry sounds so American.
It sounds like a cartoon character. Burberry the bear.
Right.
I always call it just Burberry.
Burberry. That's what.
However the British pronounce it. I mean, granted, they're British and all, but
British are really bad at pronouncing things. But since it's their company,
like spelling the word color with a U or flavor.
I kind of like that. It gives it a little bit more style. Oops.
Style went out the window in '76, Brendan.
Burberry.
Well, I think they're saying it like phonetically or something.
Burberry. You do want to stress on the...
Burberry.
Is that guy French or something?
Did you get it? Let me know in the comments.
Did you get it?
Burberry. I say I'm going to keep with Burberry, but it might be like saying Ralph Lauren. But he's an American.
I think, don't you call it Ralph Lauren if you get it at like Macy's, but then if you get it like at like a nice Ralph Lauren store, it's called Ralph Lauren.
when they
like a vase in a vase.
if you buy it from an American, I think that all Ralph Lauren stores will say Ralph Lauren because that's his name.
Or
like
Target.
the commercials will be like, "Welcome to the world of Ralph Lauren," So if the commercial says it one way, that's kind of what I default to. Anyway, that will be the first and last episode of Fashion Doom. Thank you for humoring us. We were talking earlier about GQ UK's top 100 greatest video games of all time, ranked by experts.
By experts, yes. So the UK, the GQ UK has a list of all these experts that have created like the 100 greatest video games. And I always want, we always have interest in it and be like, we do our annual New Year's hub rankings and stuff, the charts and stuff. So this always piques our interest. So we took a look, of course, to see what would be the very first entry out of the gate at number 100, and it's KOTOR. And it's like, oh, KOTOR's that low? That's very interesting.
Okay, so to be clear, when you were upset about KOTOR, I wasn't sure if you were saying it should be higher or shouldn't be on the list at all.
I would say it's higher.
I know
it should be higher.
Oh, wow, it's below Rez?
Yes. And then
even
after
as someone who hasn't played much of KOTOR, I know that it's a better game than Rez is.
Yes.
I played
So they
Rez.
have Rez. And then after Rez, Age of Empires 2.
Okay, you have to understand something, Alex. I'm really not a huge gamer.
Okay,
so I don't know anything about Age of Empires 2.
Some of these games you will be able to remember. So beyond that is
let me get some more memory juice.
Just hard liquor. So the Obra Dinn, which is kind of a more recent game.
I have played this.
Okay.
Here's my review of Obra Dinn. I should be getting paid to play this game. This game is a job. Like it is work to play through this game. You're basically like an insurance investigator and trying to construct. I think actually in the story you are an insurance investigator, and you have to like construct how all these people died. But it's hard. It's not fun. It is hard.
It's not a game. Games are supposed to be fun. This is not fun. It sounds like
can frick off. Because
Yahtzee.
It was his game. It was his game of the year for 2018. And
Yahtzee's
like,
become
cool.
the RLM of video game reviews.
That's not fair. RLM is
wealthier.
I don't know. Probably. Yeah. All that
and then
Patreon
right after
simp money.
Yeah, right after that is the OG Mario Brothers.
I don't know. That seems like it should be in the top 10.
Yeah. And then if you keep going,
Alex is like, no.
Well, I think it's. I'm
no.
Mario 3, but that's my reasons.
Okay, we can't go through all 100 of these, just to be clear.
But as you kind of start scrolling
Ultima,
through more stuff,
Okami, Fable 2. I thought this was a bad game. I thought both of those were supposed to be bad games.
I think the third one was bad, from my understanding. I never played the third one, but word of mouth.
It has an 89. I mean, it's good, but it's not. I mean, user score is a 6.7. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Mass Effect, fine. Grand Theft Auto 4, whatever. Super Mario Kart.
Yeah. So as you keep on, it's the more recent Hitman. As you kind of scroll through it, you end up having Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 at 78.
Okay, let me get there.
Yeah.
What the Firewatch?
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing there's a lot of people here under the age of 30.
What the?
Undertale is at 74. Yakuza Zero.
Firewatch
Zero
has lower score, 76 and a 6.9. Even if we go to PC version, 81 and 7.2. All right, so the people like it.
GoldenEye is at 65, which is funny considering how many people circle jerk over it.
Hey,
it's great.
Yakuza 0.
I think it's the only Yakuza on this list, possibly.
Call of Duty 4 was so good. That's so good.
Yeah, they got the Grand Theft Autos are on here. A bunch of Final Fantasies. A lot of these tend to be these more recent.
Half-Life is at number 52.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
It's 47.
Okay.
Yeah, God of War Redux. I'm like, these people apparently had no idea that there was previous God of War games to this, which are far superior than God of Soy.
Destiny 2014? The original Destiny? What? Why? Okay, so let's jump ahead.
Yeah. Chrono Trigger is at 42.
Let's do top 15.
Yeah, top 15. Mario 3, My Guy, is at 36. Silent Hill 2 is at 37.
These are all questionable rankings.
Yes.
Okay, Red Dead Redemption 2, number 15.
Which is a great hunting simulator set in the 1890s.
I never played it. Red Dead Redemption was probably one of my favorite modern games, and I just couldn't be bothered. The more I learned about that game, the less interest I had in it.
Yeah, I got it for a good sale. And I was like, yeah, this is whatever. Mario World 14, yes. Ocarina of Time. Disco Elysium. Resident Evil 4, which I'm guessing it's the only reason it's up here is because they did a remake recently, but they're putting the original one. Half-Life 2 just barely cracked the top 10.
All right, they put Half-Life 2 in the top 10. Will make me forgive Half-Life 1 being that low.
80 spots lower.
Yeah. Dark
Souls. Portal 2.
Well, Valve's got 2 in the
Metal
top
Gear
10.
Solid.
That's pretty interesting.
Mass Effect 2, which I kind of have issues with because they stripped a lot of stuff out of it from the first one, but whatever. Witcher 3, Circle Jerk continues. Bloodborne, which is just Dark Souls with a bunch of pistols. OG Tetris. This is the weirdest. I'm like, okay. Then The Last of Us.
I'm glad I quit drinking hard liquor for this show.
And then Breath of the Wild is number 1.
That's not even the best Zelda game.
No, it's not. But whatever. It's shiny and new. And then it's got a list of all the people that are, I guess, voted for this stuff or whatever. So yeah, it was just kind of like.
Oh, I like how Neil Druckmann voted.
Yeah, of course. And we all know who he voted for.
All right. Well, that was awful.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the message I got from this is that never listen to GQ UK.
Or GQ in general.
Well, not since 2010, we'll say. So speaking of computers taking over the world, Alex, it turns out that people may have been right about AI asserting dominance over the fleshy, meaty humans and that fleshy, meaty goodness, because Wendy's and Google are training a next generation AI chatbot to take your order at Wendy's fast food places.
It's funny how of all fast food chains, Google decides to team up with Wendy's.
I think Wendy's was like, "Hey Google, help," and they said, "Okay,
please for free." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
You know what's funny? That statement I just said.
Mm-hmm. Came up on your phone.
It woke up my phone. It's my fault. So yeah, here we go. Wendy's Google train next generation order taker, an AI chatbot. The fast food chain has customized a language model with terms like JBC for Junior Bacon Cheeseburger and Biggie Bags for meal combos.
Oh, those things mean totally different stuff online.
Biggie Fun Bags.
Mm.
Wendy's is automating its drive-through service using artificial intelligence chatbot powered by natural language software developed by Google and trained to understand the myriad of ways customers order off the menu. I'm imagining the woman screaming at the chatbot for not understanding. Or like, because people at fast food, especially like drive-thrus, tend to ask ridiculous questions and like way too involved questions for it's sort of like going through the drive-thru to open a new bank account at the bank.
Oh, they do that?
Well, it always feels, whenever I haven't been through a bank in years because everything's digital now, but when I was little, my mom would always just go to the bank to basically withdraw money, like write a check to herself and get cash. And so when she would go through my mom, it would be like, put the thing in the tube, get the money, done. We'd always pull behind 3 people who took forever. And it's like, what are you doing? What is your transaction? That's how I feel at the drive-thru menu.
Yeah, see, I always felt like, to your point, I always felt like the lane that was right next to the window that had the pop-out like shelf that came out, that's where you would do that type of shit. The other 3 lanes were just like, give me the tube, I'm going to put my check to deposit, and then take some cash when you send it back out.
Give me
that's
my
all
receipt.
In and out, that's it.
And
dumbass over there can deal with the people at the window.
Put a sucker in for the kid.
That's right.
But so that's
did you get the flat lollipops or did you get the suckers?
I got the little baby lollipops, the suckers.
Oh, with the like the Dum Dums, or did you kind of get with the?
I was gonna say Chupa Chups, but Dum Dums.
Dum Dums, yeah.
Yeah. What did you get? The flat ones?
Depends on what bank you went. Sometimes you get the flat like lollipops that had like the safety ring stick.
Oh yeah.
So you could like wear it like a.
I don't know what made that like safer.
Ring pop. Yeah.
So, the whole plan is that they're going to train this chatbot in Ohio to interface with humans trying to order off of their drive-through menu. And to that I say, good luck.
Good luck.
I think that the AI chatbot might actually self-terminate.
The stupid orders.
The stupid people.
Yeah, the stupid people making stupid orders.
The guy in Ohio will be like, "Can I get well, does the junior bacon cheeseburger come in a large size?" And then
the AI, how small is junior?
Yeah, how small is the junior? It's like, sir, if you would like a large, I suggest ordering the traditional bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, I think
a medium bacon cheeseburger.
Would you like a chalupa, sir? I feel like AI and just robots or just anything like that has trouble figuring out stuff with like human nuance.
Yes.
Kind of like how Data always had issues with it.
We have to realign the entire power grid. We'll all be burning the midnight oil on this one.
That would be inadvisable.
Excuse me?
If you attempt to ignite a petroleum product on this ship at 0 hours, you will activate the fire suppression system, which would seal off this entire compartment.
That was just an expression.
Or he could understand like what an emotion is and how they do, but like the fine details and when it's employed and how it's employed and things such as that. He had to like try to figure out some of that stuff on his own.
Yeah.
And try to mimic and stuff.
Well, and he doesn't understand emotion. Mm-hmm. And I can imagine somebody going through the drive-thru and getting very irritated by how calm the chatbot is. Mm-hmm. And being like, you're not taking me, not realizing that it's not a human being, and then like demanding to speak to the manager about how rude the chatbot was.
Yeah. Don't they have a McDonald's or something in Texas that's already fully automated?
A McDonald's?
I think so, where they have the touch screen for ordering and then like it's all.
I thought they had one automated in Chicago like that too.
Maybe that, but I know that. So this is basically just the actual human to machine interface portion that's happening.
Well, once the all powerful AI takes your order, it still relies on the humans to make the order.
But I'm guessing they're probably going to be doing this, so then eventually they'll introduce the robotics portion of it.
It'll just be one technician in the back waiting for.
Is that who I end up tipping when I have to go and pay for
The
it?
15% tip. Yeah, by the time that's happening, it'll be like 30%, 40%, 50% tip for your Wendy's that you had to order yourself through a chat bot. Yeah, up to 80% of food orders at Wendy's are made at the drive-through lane, compared with roughly 2/3 before the COVID-19 pandemic, the company said.
Well, you know what? They need to bring back the super bar. Get people inside.
Yeah, we did talk about that. So I'm interested to see how this goes, because it will be interesting to see if the chatbot will be able to keep up with human stupidity, as we kind of alluded to. And I don't know that it will. I'm a little suspicious of this one. I don't know that it's smart enough yet.
Well, speaking from personal experience and you also working in the, I guess you can kind of call it like fast food industry, food industry, summer job type of thing.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that come through and are just complete idiots. So
That's my point.
I wanted to become self-aware and just like turn into like a transformer, like the ordering box itself.
You think this is what's going to break? It's going to break it. It's going to make it self-aware and hate humans by trying to take their fast food orders.
And it's going to frazzle it a lot, and then it's going to be like, I don't know what I need to be ordering because this person's. Because then you have those people that are like, oh, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this on my burger. It's like, so you just want a patty on bread. Okay. I'm
just going to say, yeah, that's true. That's the other thing, is customizing the order will be difficult. I feel like there's been a lot of technological predictions and prophecies made over the last 20 years that never really went anywhere. Mm-hmm. We were guaranteed that tablets were going to replace laptops and desktops.
Yeah, which is funny because laptops never ended up replacing desktops either. They just kind of coincided in peace and harmony.
It was like laptops were going to replace desktops and tablets were going to replace laptops. Mm-hmm. None of this has come to pass. Not even really close to coming to pass.
Yeah.
I remember people saying that all of the laptops in schools were going to turn into tablets. That didn't happen. The Chromebook completely scooted out iPads from the educational space by nature of being cheaper, more practical to learn real world skills on. There was a bunch of stuff that made the Chromebook more appealing just to education systems. So it's just like
they're currently trying to do the same thing with like electric cars. And the only way that they can kind of is that you basically have the government passing laws saying you can only sell new like the only new cars you could sell is electric cars, where they have to bring that hammered up.
I wouldn't have a problem with buying an electric car if there was more existing infrastructure for it. I rent my apartment. I don't have a place that I can install a charger box to charge my car overnight.
They'd have to put that in your parking garage.
They'd have to if I bought it. I could force them to.
Well, no. Do you have the money to afford one too? That's the other problem.
Afford an electric car? The baseline Tesla is like $35,000.
Nobody's going to just go for the baseline.
You're asking me if I can afford... the question was, can you afford an electric car?
The one that people want. Like, the thing is, like, they have to get the infrastructure. One, they have to get the infrastructure where you pull up to a place and you're in and out within 3 minutes, fully charged, like you're doing a tank of gas. Two, they also have to bring the prices down for those vehicles.
Okay, well...
to make them... That's the biggest problem, and it's going to take a number of years.
Well, how much is like a Volt?
Do they still make? Are they
2020
called Bolts?
A Bolt? I don't know.
They got rid of the Volts, and I think they have the Bolt now.
Okay, the Bolt starts at. Stand by for Titanfall. What is this? Why can't it just know my?
Oh, because it wants to sell you shit. That's why.
The 1 liter Bolt
1 liter
starts at $27,000, and then the 2 liter, is that a LT? I don't know. Is that liter? I don't know what that means. Am I thinking Am I thinking in fossil fuels?
I think it means more like motor
30,000.
Motor stuff.
I would never buy this car, incidentally, just to make it very clear.
And here's the problem with a lot of these vehicles. They look like an electric vehicle. That's the problem. When you look at it, because I remember when we were with you in Chicago the one time and we had to get an Uber, and you're like, if a Prius comes here, I'm not sitting in the back. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I said I wasn't sitting in the back of a Prius?
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, I do.
Why wouldn't I sit in the back of a Prius?
Well, it's a Prius. I mean, it's embarrassing sitting in one no matter what, but the back wasn't very comfortable.
I think they're made. Just making this up.
Yes, no, it's true.
Okay, so 27,000 for the Bolt.
Okay.
So get it, Alex. Look at it, the contempt.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You have to also try to market certain types of models of vehicles that are electric to the people who currently have internal combustion vehicles.
Yeah, well,
they demand certain things.
That's the Tesla.
They want an SUV that's got third row seating. A Bolt's not going to do that.
Okay, so a model.
That's what I'm saying.
A Model 3 is $300 a month.
Okay. Does a Model 3 have third row storage seating?
I don't know what third row storage seating means.
So it would be like
it looks like a normal SUV. It's a normal sedan.
No, that's not gonna fly. They have to start making cars that are electric, similar to ones
starts
that they
at 40,000. All right, never mind. That's pretty expensive.
Well, they also have, what was it?
That's the cheap one then.
F-150 Lightning was like insanely priced.
Hey, get this.
We don't need that. No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, like, families of
starts
four,
at $98,000, Alex. Come on, man. Get your head in the game.
Look up the price of.
Can't you use that
Versa
sweet
now.
Patreon money that we've been raking in?
All 17 cents compounded in like.
Well, don't forget that you have to split that 3 ways. You, me, and our agent.